Hey everyone, it's Brandy and welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be doing my June TBR, and like the past couple months it's kind of big, but I will say that I think I'm liking the way that I'm doing these TBRs lately, because although I'm not getting to all the books that I talk about in the video, I kind of give myself a general idea of what I would like to read, and then I usually pick from what I have chosen out for, you know, what I put in my video. But every now and then I'll go and pick up another book if I feel like I'll be more interested in reading that at the moment. So like I said, yeah, I'm just really enjoying doing this, so I'll probably end up doing these TBRs the same unless something else is going on where I won't, you know, where I feel like I just really need to limit what I plan on reading. But I am actually doing this TBR video a little earlier than usual. It's technically about like a little bit under a week left of the month, and I figured why not, for the first time probably ever since I started this channel, have my TBR up on the first of the month, which is Friday. So I figured that would be the perfect thing to do. I haven't actually gotten to these yet, but I'm hoping by the time that this video goes up that I will have finished both of these books, because these are the last two books that I really would like to read in May basically, and they're both books that I have for review. So the first one of those is Atlas Fallen by Jessica Pierce. I am going to be starting this one next, and then the other book, which is technically still May TBR type of stuff, I did talk about both of these books in the TBR, that is Bear Town by Frederick Bachman. But now moving on into my actual June TBR, I think I have like almost 20 books again on this TBR. Honestly, once again, I don't think I'll get to all of them, but I just like to keep my options open. I believe a good majority of these books are once again from my past 2 months TBR that I didn't get to. I have a few new ones, but I feel like a good chunk of them are from last month and then a previous month's TBR as well. So yeah, I'm gonna do this in sections. So the first section of books that I would like to talk about are the ones that are like definitely top priority for me. So the first one of those that I'm going to talk about is Crown of Midnight by Sarah J. Maas. This is the second book in the Throne of Glass series. I have mentioned this time and time again, but I am working my way through the series so I can, you know, read one a month until the final book in the series comes out. So I have now read The Assassin's Blade and Throne of Glass, so now it's time to move on to Crown of Midnight, and I am really looking forward to this. I have heard from a lot of people that this is where the story really takes a turn and really starts picking up. So the next couple books that I have that I would like to get to are books that I would like to read as part of the TBR and Beyond Facebook group. So within this group, they have a lot of exciting things planned throughout the next couple months. But first, the normal thing that they do is they have a book of the month where, you know, people can read with the rest of the group and then discuss at the end of the month. And for this month, and for June, their book of the month is Heart of Iron by Ashley Poston. Luckily, I received this in an outright box, and I still obviously have yet to get to it yet. So I figured this is the perfect time to definitely go ahead and participate in the group read and discuss at the end of the month. And since I got this a few months ago, still haven't read it, this is just the perfect time to just go ahead and knock this one out. So I'm going to be reading it as part of that group. And the next book that I'm going to be reading as part of the group is Reign of the Fallen by Sarah Glenn Marsh. So a new thing that they have actually started, or are starting this month, is that they've gotten in contact with certain authors of books. I believe they're all new release books, I'm pretty sure, and they're going to be doing live chats with these authors at some time throughout the month. In June, Sarah Glenn Marsh is one of those authors, and I'm not sure if she's going to be discussing Reign of the Fallen with us, or if it's just going to be a chat with her after we finish the book. I'm not really sure how exactly that's going to fall, but she is going to be on the Facebook group as part of this live chat. So once again, figured this was the perfect time to get to this book. This is a 2018 release. Actually, both of these books are 2018 releases, and I received this one in a page habit box, so I have annotations in the book. So I'm actually really excited to be able to read this, read the annotations, and then be able to get to live chat with the author at the end of the month. So I will definitely go ahead and leave the link to the Facebook group if you want to participate in that as well. Then you can definitely go check it out and then sign up for the events. And then there's also one or two, I think it's one more author for June as well. I'm not sure if they're going to be more. I believe the other authors are for July and then later on. So you can definitely go check out those. I think the other one is for People Like Us. I think that's what it is. It's the cover with the 4 like prep school uniforms. But that author is supposed to be doing a live chat within June as well in that group. The next book that I have on my TBR is the book that I received in my May Fairy Loot box. So this is Onyx and Ivory by Mindy Arnett. This is a book that I was really excited for, and since I received it in the box, like I always mention, I want to get to it within the month of receiving it. I decided not to put my Owl Crate book in this month's TBR because next month the author of the book that we received in the Owl Crate, which was Sky in the Deep, Adrienne Young, she's actually pretty sure either she's going to be doing a live chat with us as well, or that's the book of the month for July. I can't remember all the details, but I figured I would just go ahead and save that for July instead of reading it this month, since I already have a pretty big TBR. Also, before I forget, I do have a couple books that I don't have physical copies of, and one I believe isn't released yet. So the first one of those is From the Earth to the Shadows by Amanda Hocking. I mentioned this, like I said, in last month's TBR. I received an copy of this from Nat Galley, and I still haven't gotten to it yet. I want to read it, so I am definitely going to try to make time for that this month. And the second e-arc that I have on this TBR is Tell Me Lies by Carola Lovering. I think is how you say the author's name. And I'm pretty sure that I am a part of a blog tour for this one through Atria Books. And then the other book that I don't have a copy of, but I will as soon as it releases, is Food Wars Volume 24 by Yudo Sakuda. This one comes out on June 5th. Now I'm just going to get into kind of what I did with the last video. Pretty much all the rest of the books that I would like to get to. I think I'm going to do the fantasy, sci-fi, and then I have some contemporaries, which I'm using to break up the rest of my reading like I did last month. But the first one of those that I really want to get to is Children of Blood and Bone by Tomi Adeyemi. I have an audiobook for this one, so I think this is going to be one that I follow along with as I listen to the audiobook, so I can get the experience of both. The next one that I have here is Ace of Shades by Amanda Foody. And this is another book that I received in an Owl Crate box. The next fantasy here is The Bells by Danielle Clayton. This one has been on that TBR since February, and we're in June, and I still haven't gotten to it, and I'm honestly kind of ashamed of myself. And next I have Dread Nation by Justina Ireland. This is another one. This one has been on my TBR since March, I think is when it came out. And I still haven't gotten to this one yet, and I have heard really good things about it, even from people who don't typically read fantasy. So, yeah, I need to get on this one as well. And then I have 2 more fantasies, I believe. The next one I have is State of Sorrow by Melinda Salisbury, which is another one that came in a Fairy Loot box that I haven't gotten to yet. And the last one, I believe this is the last fantasy that I haven't talked about yet, and that is Fury Born by Claire Legrand. And this is like a pretty early arc that I once again received in a Fairy Loot box, and I have just been hearing so many amazing things about the story, so I figured why not, I think I said the same thing last month, but why not read the arc before I see if I want to get a physical copy yet. So if I enjoy it, then I will pick up a finished copy of it. But for now, the plan is to read this, and hopefully I enjoy it as well. The next 2 books that I have are, I don't know, they don't really fall technically, or one can kind of technically fall into fantasy genre, but I believe this one is more of an urban fantasy. Not completely sure, obviously, because I had already chat, but that is The Iron King by Julie Kagawa. This is the first book in the Iron Face series. I figured I would pick this one up or put it on my TBR for the month because there's someone, I don't think is part of any specific Facebook group, but it's this one person who's like in multiple groups that I am in. She decided to host a Fae themed readathon throughout the month of June, and I don't really have too many Fae books, or at least ones that I know about offhand that I really want to get to right now. So this one has been on my TBR, like mental TBR, for a while, and I picked it up I think a month or two ago, maybe a little bit more. So I figured if I don't get to read anything else for that Fae readathon, I can read this one. And then the sci-fi that I was talking about is Lifelike by J. Kristoff. I really wanted to get to this one in May, but I just did not have the time. I have already pre-ordered a finished copy of this, which will be in my book haul for the month. But I figured why not just go ahead and read this one since I have it. The rest of the books that I have on my TBR are all contemporaries. 3 out of the 4 are YA contemporaries, and then the other one is an adult contemporary novel. First one of those that I have is The Poet X by Elizabeth Acevedo. This is a story that is told all in verse. So this is going to be one that's really easy to get into. I really wanted to read this one this month, but like I said, I didn't have time. And the next book that I have here is A Quiet Kind of Thunder by Sarah Bernard. The next one, which is the last YA contemporary that I have to talk about at the moment, is First and Then by Emma Mills. I've read one other Emma Mills book and really enjoyed it, so definitely looking forward to this one. And the last book that I have on my TBR, at least at the moment, is The Kiss Quotient by Helen Wong. I feel like I butchered her name. I'm sorry if I did. I won this one in a Goodreads giveaway a little bit ago, and this one is actually set to come out June 5th. So maybe I'll pick this one up sooner than some of the other ones. So that is a lot of books. I have a crazy pile next to me after talking about all of those. But yeah, if you have read any of these books, please let me know which of these you think I should make a top priority, besides obviously the ones that I mentioned are top priority. But yeah, that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. Wish me luck on my reading this month. Hopefully you have a really good reading month as well, and I will see you guys again in the next one. Bye.